Today we are going to be looking at what will your budget allow? How much can you afford based upon your budget to go towards housing cost? And the first thing we're going to look at is when you're setting up your budget, you really honestly need to have no more than 30% going to housing. That includes your taxes, your insurance, and the mortgage. For today, we aren't going to try to consider in the mortgage, the taxes and insurance. So we're going to pretend like that part doesn't exist. But when you're doing this in real life, you need to consider taxes and insurance as a portion of that 30%. So the Williams family has a take-home pay of $4,949. The max house payment they could afford based on that 30% rule. Like I said, today we're just doing the very basics of it. So we are not going to worry about the taxes and insurance being a portion of this. So we're going to take that $4,949 and we're going to multiply it times that 30%. So when we have 30% as a decimal, that's 0.30. When you multiply that, you end up with $1,482. So this is the max amount that you can put towards your housing cost. And like I said, normally this can have some money taken out, so like $100 for insurance, $300 for taxes, and it's going to slowly lower this down to where really in true amounts you would have about $1,082. But we're pretending like the perfect world and that doesn't exist, and we are only going to be worried about if that was our only housing cost. So we're going to figure it out just like we did at the beginning of the year, but this time we're actually going to be going backwards. We're making payments to pay off a loan, so our present values are large number. Our final value is going to be on a loan for paying it off. We're wanting $0 as our ending. So all of these are going to be decreasing down to 0. Your payment is what we just calculated, at $1,482. Now everything else is going to go just like we did at the start of the year. This is our number of payments. This is our interest rate. This is present value, the start. So this is your loan. Payment. Future value, which is our end, which is going to be, in this case, $0 every single time. And for mortgages, our payments per year is 12. Very rarely do you have mortgage. You can have this payments per year more than this. You can have it 24 where you get pay it 2 times a month, or you can have it at 26 where you pay it every 2 weeks. Those are usually options that are given to you, but we're going to look at it doing it just monthly. Our interest rate is at 3.875. And so we are going to plug these into our calculator. My calculator's not pulling up. But remember that we have to put in the number and then press the button. And so N is a number of payments that we are going to make. How do we find our number of payments? We multiply how many years times how many payments per year. And in this case, that's going to be 180. So you would type in 180 and then hit the N. And then you'll type in 3.875 and press the IYR. Then you'll hit your you're going to leave your PV alone, and you're going to type in 1482 and hit payment, and 0 future value, and then 12, and then you'll hit your orange PYR. when you did that, you should have ended up with the amount of $202,061.65. So you could basically get a $200,000 house with a little bit of wiggle room for it to go a little bit more than that, or have a loan amount about $200,000. So when we're saying loan amount, when you get a house, you're going to pay for the house, you're going to pay for closing cost, and then you're going to subtract whatever you put as a down payment. So the house will be increased by however much the closing costs are, which is going to include prepaying some of your taxes into an escrow account. And then it's also going to be lowered by your down payment. So just remember, these three things go into the fact of what this number is made up of. So now let's look and see, what if you had not gone with a 15-year loan? And again, we're doing only fixed rate loans in all of our scenarios. Our interest rate went up when we went to a 20-year, because who has more risk, doing a 15-year loan or a 20-year loan? 20-year loan, because the responsibility of the person choosing it usually, and they have a longer risk time for you. So N was created by multiplying the number of years times 12, and that gives us 240 in this case. Our interest rate is 4.625. Our present value is what we're looking for. Our payment is still going to be that $1,482. Our future value is 0 because we're wanting to have the loan paid off at the end. And we're going to do this monthly. So go ahead and type these numbers in your calculator. The number you should come up with is $231,773.72. This number is larger because you have longer time of paying that same amount. So you're going to be able to get a larger house, which is the reason people usually go for a longer term loan, so they can have the larger house and still keep the same payment. We're going to look at one more. We're going to look at the 30-year loan. So the 30-year loan, again, the interest rate increased because, again, they're taking more risk to loan it to you for that other 10 years. So we're going to take 30 times 12, which gives you the 360. Our present value is what we're looking for. That's a loan amount. Our payment was $1,482. Again, that same payment. Our future value is 0 because we're going to have that loan paid off. And again, we're paying it monthly. So we're going to do 360 and then you hit your N. 4.75, hit IYR. Skip your present value. Your payment is $1,482. And you hit payment. 0, future value. And then 12, orange. And then the payment button. And the number you should have received, this should be the largest number we've gotten so far, and it's $284,099.98. So this is the max you can take out in a loan. Again, the house could be more or less than this depending on how you do work with the closing cost and your down payment.